everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be another Slimming World what I eat in a day, basically to lose weight. So if you want to see what I've been scoffing recently, then keep watching. So before I get into this video and what I've been eating, this is actually going to be a collaboration with a friend of mine called Charlie, and you will probably know of her channel. It's called Mummy in the Know, and she is she's such a lovely person and mum, and I really do think you'll like her. We decided to put our heads together basically and share what we're eating both on Slimming World, because we're both doing it and we're both trying to lose our baby weight essentially. Now Charlie is just like me and she has 3 kids as well, but instead of going boy girl boy, she's got boy girl girl. Now her youngest Isabel is just a little bit older than Stanley, and me and Charlie have both been trying to find our way back to feeling good about ourselves after having our kids, and there's no shame in that, is there? I'm pretty sure that most of us feel the same once we've given birth and everything's settled. Like, you just want to get your body back, don't you? At least I do anyway, and Charlie is very much the same. She is such a lovely and relatable person. I don't want to use the word real because we've all got our own versions of real and no mum or person is exactly the same, but when I look at Charlie I feel like I'm looking into a mirror, if that makes sense. I feel like she gets me and I get her, and it's just, she's the sort of person that I want to do a collab with basically. I think you'll really enjoy it. So after you've watched this video, hop on over to her channel. There will be a link down below in the description bar, and you should definitely go and check her out because you'll get some more Slimming World inspiration at the end of the day, and you'll also find someone new to follow, and I think you'll really enjoy it. But without any further ado, let's get cracking into my breakfast. So excuse Peppa Pig in the background, but it's breakfast time in our house today and it's a school day. But I'm going to start with a coffee using my Nespresso machine, and I've got 2 of these ristretto pods from Aldi in because I like a strong brew, and I've also measured out my milk in here with this little mini jug that I mentioned before, and I use semi-skimmed. And now I'm just trying to decide between these 2 syrups. I bought them online. I bought them from TK Maxx and places like Home Sense before, and they're skinny syrup, so I'll leave a link down below to where I got them from, and I think I'm going to go with the caramel pecan flavour. So this is my breakfast for today, and I'm quite excited about this one. I've had it a few times now and it's so good. And basically I've got a boiled egg that I cooked with a timer in boiling water for 5 minutes, and it should be nice and runny. And then I've got 1.5 tins of Parma ham, because Parma ham does have marbling of fat run through it, so that is divided between 5 asparagus spears. And then I've also got some extra asparagus spears on the side which I cooked off in a pan, and I sprinkled a little bit of salt on. I didn't even need any fry light for them. And then I've also got one of these which is a Danone light and free yogurt, and these are sin free, and this is the coconut one, and my goodness, it is so good, especially with like fruit in the morning as well. So that is breakfast. So my lunch today, excuse the telly in the background because Daisy has telly on at the moment, but this is my lunch. Yeah, it's a small baked potato with some fat-free cottage cheese, a big speedy salad just with some mixed leaves, cucumber and tomato, and then I have one of these which is the Ashfield Farm from Aldi ready to eat habanero chili and coriander chicken escalopes. Now looking at the deets down here, I don't think that these will have any sins, but they are new and I'm not sure if they're on the app yet, so I'll do the calculations and leave the sin value on screen for you now. But how tasty does this look? And to go with that, obviously I'm having a Diet Coke, and I'm also just gonna top up this with some cordial and try and drink this as well. So tea tonight is actually going to be a homemade curry, and I made this sauce earlier on in the week with my mum, and I'm going to insert some footage here to show you how we made it and then how I stored it afterwards as well. So this is basically a curry in a jar that my mum gave me, and she's here with me at the moment but she's too shy to talk, so I'm going to run you through what is in here, and she's very kindly written it down. So we've got 1 tablespoon of cumin powder, 1 tablespoon of coriander, a teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of paprika, 4 green cardamom pods, 2 cloves, chili flakes, that's a teaspoon again, half a teaspoon of asafoetida, which apparently is what gives curries their amazing flavour, 1/4 of a teaspoon of fenugreek, then a teaspoon of ginger, a teaspoon of garlic, a teaspoon of garam masala, and then optional are some black kalonji onion seeds, which is 1/2 teaspoon, and then a cassia stick, just a small one, and a cinnamon stick, just a small one as well. And then along with that, we've got a thumb-sized piece of ginger, finely chopped, 3 cloves of garlic, Mum. Yeah, she's nodding in the background. We've got a red onion sliced here. I have some suckering gold in place of sugar. If you're watching this and you would rather use sugar, wouldn't we all, then feel free to use sugar. And then we have some passata, some chopped tomatoes, and 1/2 a lemon. So we're doing 3 generations of cooking here, and we're going to start by dry frying all of the spices. You see that, Daisy? We're going to make a curry. Can you see curry? Mum also forgot to mention that there are some curry leaves in here as well, so those are optional. If you've got them, pop them in. And if you're worried about buying lots of spices and the cost stacking up, then just remember that these are going to go a long way, so they'll live in your spice cupboard for ages, and you can regularly make batches of curry sauce up, and it'll be a lot cheaper in the long run. So all you need to do on a low heat here is keep all these spices moving, and we're just going to keep stirring them until the room is nice and fragrant and all of the oils have been released from the spices. So that shouldn't take too long, and it's already smelling really good up in here. So I'm at the kitchen sink now, and what we're going to do is fill up these about 1/3 and halfway with water. A, because you can rinse them out and then recycle them properly, which is never a bad thing, and then B, it will thin out the curry sauce so it goes a little bit further as well. So at this point, what you can do is add all of those speed foods that we all know and love. So in this case, we've got peppers, and then obviously we're going to add the onions and the garlic and the ginger as well, but you can also add courgettes would be one thing, cauliflower. You know, you could empty out your manky veg drawer in the bottom of the fridge, where just grab everything that you want to chuck in, and what we're going to do is actually blend this so it will be one smooth, really tasty sauce, and then you can poach other vegetables, so even more speed at a later date along with your meat as well. So we're just going to stir those through now, and then we're going to pop the lid on and leave them to cook through and simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes. So now this has been simmering, you can actually see that the cardamom pods have floated up to the top, so you can remove those really easily. So now we're going to add the juice of 1/2 a lemon, 2 tablespoons of sugar or sweetener, that's your choice, and then a good pinch of salt. So once all the sauce was made, I blitzed it with a handheld blender. I'll leave the link to the one that we have down below. I got it from Amazon, and I also bought these, and they are Lakeland soup and sauce bags. They look like this, and I put 1 portion in one of these bags to freeze, so that's still in the freezer at the moment, and then I got a portion in the fridge ready to use tonight. So I popped that in a pan, which is over here, and I cut up my chicken, and I'm going to add some chicken chunks, some leftover mushrooms that I had hanging around in the fridge anyway, and then also some spinach. And then to serve it with, I'm going to mix in some broccoli rice with some normal rice, just because, well, let's face it, normal rice is a hell of a lot nicer than broccoli rice. And yeah, that's how I'm going to serve it up, with some coriander, some raita that I made earlier, and I will also have some pomegranate seeds on top as well. So as it's a Friday when I'm filming this video, I am having a cheeky little gin tonight, and this is the Argh one. I think that's how you pronounce it anyway, but I've measured out 35 ml using my trusty little jug, and that is 4 sins, and I've got some cucumber, ice cubes, strawberry, and then slimline tonic in there, and I might have a couple more of these as well actually as the night goes on. So this is our tea all plated up. I cooked 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water in a pan until the holes formed on the surface, and then I knew it was done, so I turned it off and let it rest for a while. And then I cooked the broccoli rice, just a tub from Aldi, really cheap, in the microwave as per the instructions, and then mixed them all together. So it looks like I've got a big mound of rice, but it's like half veggies, which is great. And obviously broccoli is a speed food. And then this is the curry cooked until the chicken is nice and poached and juicy and tender. And then I've got some leftover like raita tzatziki type thing that I've made in a video like this before, and that has cucumber in it as well, so there's extra speed in there. And then I've got some coriander and then some pomegranate seeds, which if I get the packet was just another tub from Aldi, and it was only £1, and this has lasted through 2 meals for 2 people, so I used half a packet for another meal as well. And this one's Mark's, a slightly bigger portion, and this one is mine. I have also been sipping on another gin as well for another 4 sins, just so you know. So it's now late evening and we've just been watching Netflix and chilling basically, except not that version of Netflix and chill. We've literally just been watching Netflix and relaxing on the sofa. But anyway, let's not go there. I always like to have snacks at night and like little treats and stuff, so I do tend to save my Hex-B for hi-fi bars a lot of the time because it's just the way I like to do it. So I had the coconut macaroon flavour and the fruit and nut. These ones are insane, they're so good. And then for my speed, I always have a pack of this melon in my fridge because it just keeps me on top of eating lots of speed and not reaching for other stuff really. And I feel like it really aids my weight loss because it's so high in water content and it's really refreshing and filling, and I love it. And I also have one of these Hartley's 10-calorie jellies, so these are half a sin. And I have the strawberry one tonight, and then I have actually just made myself a pint of this, but I've already started drinking it. And it's the Vimto Squash Remix, which is watermelon, strawberry and peach, and it's alright if you like that kind of thing. I actually got it for the kids, but I had a bit tonight and yeah, it's okay. So if you're into those kind of flavours, might be one to check out. I've also been working on the gin that I showed you from before. I just completely forgot that I've made it, so I need to finish that off because it'd be a waste otherwise. But I think I am ending the day here because I can't imagine that I would be eating or drinking much more than this because I'll be up all night on the toilet needing a wee. But I will leave the total sin amount on the screen now because honestly I'm that tired I can't even remember right now, but I'm going to tot it up properly and put it on the screen. But yeah, this is quite a good day for me. Normally I might have another extra one of these on like a Friday or a Saturday night, but I just don't fancy it and I'm really tired. So yeah, I think that is everything. So that is the end of this what I eat in a day on Slimming World. I really hope that you enjoyed it and it gave you a little bit of inspiration. Like, we all do things a little bit differently, but I'm really enjoying doing Slimming World at the moment, and fingers crossed I can get to Target eventually within the next few months. That would be amazing. Although I have to say, while you're watching this, I'm actually on holiday and I'm pretty certain that I'm going to come back quite a little bit heavier than I am right now, but you've got to live your life and enjoy it, haven't you? And I'll be right back on it when I come back. So yeah, don't forget to go and check out Charlie's channel. I think you will absolutely love her. And yeah, have a lovely day whatever you're up to, and I'll see you next time.